to ask you about an interview that you gave yesterday to CBS News. You made some pretty striking comments about the campaign. In particular, you raised the issue about Corey Lewandowski's comments about Paul Manafort, and you said, this is your quote, "There's a reason why Corey is not in that job and Paul Manafort is." I'm just curious why yesterday you made those comments, pretty tough comments about your former manager.
Well, because when I see him going online, on TV, knocking, the guy that ultimately replaced him. I mean, I get it. I understand. I'm a human. Right. I can understand why someone's bitter about that, but that doesn't help. You can't claim to be an ally and then try to sabotage the guy that you're upset with, that was brought in to work with you. If he couldn't do that and he couldn't do it nicely and couldn't play with everyone, then we had to make a decision. And I keep seeing, well, I hear, and when one person is calling people in the media, then they call us and we have good relationships. Well, Corey said this, the Trump family is really upset with Paul. I'm like, I don't know. I'm part of the Trump family. I have meetings every day with the Trump family, and no one's actually had that conversations. I get it. I mean, oftentimes it would never get back to us that's where it came from, because a lot of times people keep their sources. Other times, people are a little bit loose. And when you're calling everyone and saying the same thing, hey, eventually we're going to catch on. And so,
you had enough, it sounds like.
That's the truth. Enough's enough. Yeah. I'm happy. I think he's been a very good and strong advocate for us. I think he did great things initially with the campaign, but I think the campaign did have to evolve. It had to mature. It had to do things. Again, no different than everything else I've been talking about today. You have to actually have people in there that have done this before. Yeah. So I couldn't be happier with Paul and his team. So when I hear that someone's saying this, to be able to get on TV and get a little bit of airtime, it's not meant to be a knock. It is what it is. Like, I'm not going to allow that. That's, so I stand by my quote. I mean what I said. Yeah. And it's the truth. Again, despite the sources close to the Trump campaign, because it doesn't get any closer than this.
Fair enough.
So it is what it is. And, like I said, I think Corey's been a great surrogate, but I'm not going to allow nonsense to be perpetuated because someone's looking to, get on TV for a few minutes. It's just not, it's not good for us.